Hey everyone, I'm Tommy Lee and welcome back to Lee's Kitchen. Today we are gonna make Banh Bot Loc, Vietnamese pork and shrimp cleared dumplings. One of my kids' favorite snacks and also one of my favorite snacks. So right now we are gonna prepare our filling and then we are gonna make our dough. I'm gonna show you how to do that. And then you will see all my kids in their chef coats later. You know what I mean? My little chefs in training. They're gonna help me roll or prepare all the dumplings or wrap all the dumplings together. So let's get started. All right, so right here we got about 1 pound of shrimp. As you know, where I get all my seafood, my shrimps came from Shrimper's seafood market right next door to my house here. So we are gonna chop this up pretty fine, okay? So you get it down to like almost minced shrimp. And then after that we will get our pork bellies and we're gonna get it down to baby size, bite size, however you want to say it, like super minced pork. But okay, here I got about a little bit over a pound of pork belly. Luckily at our supermarket here, Publix, our butchers, they would slice it up, in pretty good bacon sized slices, so it helps out a lot. So here we're just gonna cut them down into small pieces also. So what I like to do is I'm gonna cut it down the middle first, okay, and then get it down to small pieces. Alright, so I'm going to cut all this and I'll see you back in a little bit, okay? Alright, so now we are going to do my version of the fillings. Right now I'm going to get my pan really hot so we can saute our shrimp and our pork belly. So let's get the pan hot. I already had it turned on. Now let's add some oil. Let's get our pork in there, pork belly in there. We're gonna render this down to a little bit before we add our shrimp. We're gonna add our shrimp a little bit later, just because if you add the shrimp right now, it's gonna get really overcooked and we don't want that. So this is gonna take about 2 to 3 minutes, and then after that we can add our shrimp in, and then we're gonna start putting in our seasoning. Okay, as you can see, our pork belly is already getting ready to brown, so now we're gonna add our shrimp in. And then we're going to add all of our seasoning in, okay? So from here, I'm going to add a pinch of black pepper. I'm going about 1 teaspoon of dried basil. One teaspoon of sweet paprika. One teaspoon of garlic powder. One teaspoon of Shaoxing cooking rice wine. We're gonna go about 3 tablespoons of fish sauce. Okay. And same thing with the oyster sauce, 3 tablespoons. Okay. And then a good pinch of sugar. Or maybe 1 teaspoon of sugar. And then we're gonna saute this, okay? Get all that good flavor to every little bits and pieces in there. We're not going to add any salt because our fish sauce is pretty salty already, and that's what replaces the salt. So let's get this all cooked down. Let it reduce a little bit so all that flavor gets sucked into your pork and your shrimp, and that will be our fillings. So then we're going to let it cool down, and then I'm going to show you how we make. Alright, so as you can see, there's a lot of liquid in here. We want those liquid. So what I'm going to do right now are filling is already done cooking. I'm gonna kind of turn the heat down really low right now, and I'm gonna make a cornstarch slur. So I'm gonna thicken it up, and I'm gonna let it cool down all the way before we do the filling. The reason why I'm doing that is that so when we make our slur and it cools down, it's gonna become super thick, and once we put it in our little dumplings, and when we boil it, all that flavor is gonna come out on the inside of the dumpling. So that's one little thing, one little trick when you make a filling for a dumpling. Okay, so let's make our little slur. I'm gonna go about a good 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, and from that we're gonna add a little bit of water to it. Okay, so we're gonna add a little water, stir it up, and then we're gonna add it straight into our mixture, and then you're gonna see it thickening up. All that sauce is gonna thicken up really fast. Let me wipe this up. Alright, we're gonna stir this, and you're gonna see how it's gonna get really thickened. Okay, so right here I have a pre-mixed bag of Banh Bot Loc, right? And then we also have another bag of tapioca starch, just pure tapioca starch. So we're gonna mix them both, and then we're gonna turn this into a dough. Make sure you have super boiling water when you get this going. I took off my jacket because I don't want all that stuff to be over my jacket, all the flour and good things like that. So let's get this into a bowl. Okay, this is the pre-mix bag. There's so many recipes of making this dough out there. A lot of people, they tend to just use regular tapioca. Like my mom, she just used tapioca only. This version of how to make the dough is my auntie's version, my dad's baby sister, and this is how she showed me how to do her dough. Alright, so there's one bag of each. Each bag is about, one bag is 16 ounce. The tapioca flour is 16 ounce, and then the other bag is 14 ounce. At this point, we are gonna get our chopstick, and then we're gonna pour some water in. Do it slowly. Don't add too much water at one time. We're gonna add it in, and then we're gonna mix it, and then we gotta go from there, because this is all about touch and feel and on how the dough is gonna be. It's not like Italian pasta or, you know, making regular ramen noodles. Making this thing is a lot harder than it seems. So we're gonna keep on adding some more water until we start forming a dough that's not dry. So we're gonna add the water slowly. It might take up to 2-3 cups of water, but we're gonna do it gradually, adding it in. Okay, as you can see how things are starting to form a little bit. Okay, we're gonna add a little bit more, and we're gonna keep on mixing. Okay, but as you can see, our dough is starting to come together. It's still a little bit dry right now, so I'm gonna add just a little bit more water. Don't do too much, like I said. Do slowly. Whew. That should be enough water. So all in all, the water amount in here that I have is about 600-700 milliliters of water, and I think I just added too much water there. because the dough is starting to stick to my hands, and if it does start sticking to the hand, all you got to do is just put oil on your glove, and then it won't stick to your hands anymore. So at this point, we're just going to keep on kneading it, and you can see how beautiful this dough is becoming. As you can see, put oil on my gloves, so we're going to keep on kneading it so it doesn't stick to my gloves anymore. But this is where we want. As you can see how the dough is, seems really wet, but this is what the consistency that you want to see. Alright. See? Look at that. And it bounced back, you see that? So this is where we want to be right here. Beautiful, beautiful dough. Alright, so I'm going to get it into a Ziploc bag. And I'm going to put that in there. And I'll see you back in a little bit, okay? Alright guys, as you can see, right now I got my little chefs in training. They finally got their jackets in. Hayden, say hi.
Hi.
And of course you met Elena on the last video. She's excited because look, now she got her own jacket with her name on it. Alright guys, so at this point, this is when you want to get the assembly line going. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, look. And then you got the little homie right here too who has his jacket. But he's not gonna be helping us rolling the dough today. So everything's done. Now I'm gonna show you how we're gonna get it in, make little balls, and then we're gonna flatten it, and I'm gonna show you how to roll it. Make sure you always keep your dough in the bag, okay, so it doesn't dry out. So from here, I'm just gonna break off a good chunk. Keep that in the bag. I'm gonna roll it out into a good long log. And then I'm gonna break it up, break little pieces, and I'm gonna give it to my kids, and they're gonna help me make the dumplings from here. So we're gonna break it off. It'll be about 1 inch size ball.
Ooh. Wow.
It's warm. Of course it's warm.
Okay. All right, and then from here, we're gonna press it. We're gonna press it on the board. And we're gonna flatten it so it becomes a round disc, okay? So once you get into a round disc, try not to make it too thin, otherwise you're gonna poke a hole through it and then your filling's gonna fall out. So here, we're gonna grab a little bit of our filling, a little bit of the shrimp, a little bit of the...
Is this fine, Daddy?
Yeah. Right? Once you get it out, then you're gonna fold it over and we're gonna pinch it. Pinch it all the way around. Make sure it's sealed tight, so that when we boil it, it's not gonna fall out. Okay?
I need a little bit more. Is this fine?
That's fine. See? As you can see, that's what it's gonna look
Why
like.
are you guys switching?
It's not gonna look perfect,
Because yours isn't flat enough.
but this is what we're looking for. So we're gonna make a good amount of it, and then I'm gonna show you how we finish it later, okay?
High five.
High five.
Little chefs in training.
No, okay.
This is how you get them to do it, and to enjoy how to make food.
With their dad.
I'll see y'all back in a little bit. Alright, so got the kids sitting at the table. They're still making the dumplings right now. Right now, I'm going to show you how we're going to finish this whole dish. So, get a pot of water, get it super hot, get it up to boiling, and then kind of turn it down a little bit. Then we're going to drop in our dumplings. While the water is going, we can make our scallion oil so that we can put it on top of the dumpling so that it won't stick when it comes out. So, I'll probably take, out of one bag, I'll probably take half a bunch of green onions, and we're going to just thinly slice it. Right, super easy. Go in the sauce pot. From here, I'm gonna pour about 1.5 cups of oil, and then we're gonna let that get cooked down a little bit. So that's about 1.5 cup of oil. We'll get this on the heat. Okay, this one's already going. The water's getting there. I'll see you back in about 2 minutes. All right, so our scallion's going right now. It's becoming to a boil. Our water's already boiling. Now we're gonna drop in our dumplings. And once our dumpling turns clear, then we know it's fully cooked. Remember, your stuffing is already cooked already. Okay, so right now we're just gonna cook the dough. So let's get this all in the water. Okay, so right now it's already about 10 minutes that we've been boiling. It's not getting as translucent as I wanted to, but the dough is fully cooked already. So now I'm gonna just get it on a piece of plate, and I'm gonna show you how to plate everything. And since my kids made like super huge dumplings. All right. So we're just gonna lay it out. Kind of disappearing into the plate there. That's why I did the green. Humongous dumplings. Ooh, hot. That one broke. Okay. Now I'm gonna add our scallion oil. Look how beautiful that is already. Oh, looky, 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 looky. Get some of that little oil on there. Scallion oil. Look how beautiful that is. And then last but not least, a little bit of fried onions. And for the Vietnamese fish dipping sauce, I will have the description down below. Alright, look at that. Looky, 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 looky. Now if you see what you like today, please push like and help subscribe. And I will put all the recipes down in the description below also. Thank you for watching.